Welcome to episode 30 of the FamilyGeekery podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Danny.
And today we are doing a combined podcast episode / YouTube video / we don't know what we're doing.
Winging it.
Or winging it, that's right. But basically we wanted to kind of do this as a timestamp or a thank you video or a channel status update video / channel what is coming up in the future video / podcast. There's a lot of slashes. That's usually an indicator that we don't know what we're doing. Do we know what we're doing, Amber?
No, not really.
Okay, good. And what about you, Danny? Do we know what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. We
Did
don't
you
even have a
not get the
consensus. We don't even have a consensus on the fact that we don't know what we're doing. But yeah, basically we wanted to take this moment in time to thank our audience, both podcast audience and a YouTube audience, because in the beginning of this whole thing, if you roll all the way back to episode 1, we had made some declarations as to what we wanted to do with FamilyGeekery, like what it was, why we were doing it, type thing. And one of the things that I'd mentioned was we wanted to build a community, right? Not just an audience, but a community where like-minded people, geeky type people can get together and share thoughts and experiences, that kind of stuff. So to do that, you can't do that without obviously building an audience and getting some attraction. So we've been doing a combined effort both with podcasting and with YouTubing. And sometimes the audiences overlap, sometimes they don't. But to get this community to come together, that's kind of what we need to do. So that's why we're doing a combined podcast and YouTube. So we had set some goals, not really knowing what we're doing, but we had set some goals early on about growing that audience. And one metric that you can easily do is subscribers on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So we set a goal, and we were just guessing at this, of 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So we started kind of in like March, I think. So that gives us like 9 months to grow 100 subscribers on YouTube. And at first it was like nothing. Nothing. Now this is something that fascinates me because I'm like a data nerd, like numbers and that kind of stuff. So it fascinates me to see how the algorithms work and stuff. And that's exactly how the algorithm's supposed to work. If you've got no subscribers, why would anybody care to find you, right? You must not be doing something right. But obviously we were brand new, so you got to start somewhere. Now the other thing that we had decided was we're not just going to go and cheat. Like you can go to Fiverr and pay someone like $40 and get 1,000 subscribers. But that's not a community, right? That's just subscribers. Who
Numbers.
knows? Yeah. Who knows where the heck they come from? So we wanted to do this organically. And the only way you can do that is to grind, right? I've seen lots of YouTubers talk about how they grew their audience. And it's like, no, we didn't just get 1 million people. It was like we had nobody for a long time. And we just keep on putting out content. And eventually people find us. So what do you guys think so far about the progress?
I think it's been, I don't know, a lot more fruitful than I thought. You know, like the first couple months, you know, we were just making content just for fun. But to actually see, you know, some numbers, like when we hit double-digit subscribers, I was like, whoa, 10 people know we exist.
Right.
So it was kind of cool to just see a little bit of that actually, I guess, be worth it. I don't know. Even though it's really fun to do all of this anyways.
What about you, Danny?
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really expect much of it in the beginning. Like, oh, it's just something fun we can do. And then people started watching and our views were going pretty up and we're getting subscribers. And it's cool because I've watched YouTube since I was really little, and like all of like the gamers I'd watch, it'd be like, yeah, it took me 3 years to get to 1,000 subscribers, and it's like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So we have just to kind of timestamp the channel. We have 163 subscribers to YouTube. So if you watching this right now are one of those 163, thank you so much for clicking that button. I know I've seen YouTubers before say it costs nothing, right? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. But really, it is an investment on someone's on the end user's end of investing their time, not just in clicking the button, but knowing that that's going to show up in their YouTube feed, and eventually they may want to unsubscribe from that because it's just garbage. So thank you for that. If you're watching this and you're not one of the 163 subscribers, then click the damn button. It costs you nothing. But of those 163 subs, and like we said, it started slow, and if we put a video out and it got like 10 views, I was like, that's pretty cool, like 10 people, and then you start thinking, I wonder if Amber accidentally watched it on her account. I wonder if Amy accidentally watched it on her account. And that would show up as a view. Then you start thinking, oh, then maybe there was only 7 people, but that's still pretty cool.
That reminds me of that one. I don't know if it was in the Fred movie when he goes viral, but he like keeps refreshing the page. And he's like, oh my gosh, another person watched it. Another person watched it. And he keeps refreshing.
Yeah. So you get some of that, and then that 10 turns into like 15, and you're like, oh, okay, so I didn't accidentally watch it another 5 times, so some people must be finding it. The subscriber count, of course, started off very slow, and that was to be expected. I think it may have been a little slower than I even expected, but we just kept on cranking at it. And then you notice, like, every time you put a video out, maybe that number goes up 1, so you think, okay, more content means more subscribers, but at the same time, you still got to put out quality stuff.
Right.
Now, of those 163, I've got some stats here. 118 in the last 28 days.
Wow.
So that's the cool thing, where you start to see YouTube's algorithm kind of like work, right? So as you start gaining some attraction and people start viewing, then YouTube says, oh, this channel must have decent stuff. So if someone searches for this, let's go ahead and suggest it to them.
I think it's also the amount of videos we've put out. Like, you've been putting out a lot of videos like within a couple of days, and YouTube likes to suggest people that are like making content on a regular basis.
Right. And it's neat to see how in the background in the YouTube like stats and stuff, you can see where the people came from. Did they search for a certain thing, or did they see this as a suggested video? How on the side of when you're watching something on the side, you see those suggested videos. So a lot of it has come from that. And that's good, because that means YouTube is trusting us a little bit. It's trusting us a little bit. So, and the more that happens, the more it happens. So it starts to steamroll, which is why you sit at like 20 subs for a couple months, and then all of a sudden you get 100 in the last month, which is pretty cool. And we had like a week ago said, hey, we need to we hit our goal. We need to record a video to thank these people and thank them for getting up to 100 subs, and we're up to 163. So that's kind of neat. It's like a mini viral happening. All right, so some more stats that we can chat about. Here's one that I want to address. Our subscribers are 96.2% male. We got to do something about that. Are there no female geeks out there? I'm staring at 2 right now. So. And I'm wondering if that's the other 3.8%.
Us too.
You're the only subscribers that are female. And you're 99 years old.
Wait a second.
So we need to figure that out. Not that we don't like dude subscribers, but I would think our audience should be a little bit more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you do that. The age range kind of jives with what I thought. The majority or the biggest age group represented in our subscriber list is 25 to 34. So that's about right. You know, we do some retro stuff, we do
Yeah.
some
Mm-hmm.
current stuff. So that kind of sounds right, and it kind of bell curves from there. So on either side of that 25 to 34, that's the next two biggest groups, the step younger and step older. Let's see. Our top video right now has over 9,000 views, like 9,100 something
Wow.
views.
Whoa.
And that is a upgrading a 2011 MacBook Pro. And I think that was like my first MacBook Pro video. A guy at work had given me one, said, "Hey, this thing is like way slow. My wife wants to use it, but it's like way slow. What can you do?" He gave me a couple bucks. I bought the parts for it, upgraded it, gave it back to him. He's super happy. And it's got 320 likes on that video.
Nice.
So I think that's pretty cool, having 9,000 views. Now, I've watched recently. I was looking for just a documentary on something. I went to YouTube. I said, "Hey," I searched for a certain city to learn something about the city. I found this awesome like 60-minute documentary that looked pretty good, and watched it, and it was great. Someone obviously put a lot of work into it, and then you look at it, it's got like 2,100 views. I'm like, that's just not fair, right? This person did a huge amount of work, and I upgraded a stupid MacBook and got a lot more views than this. But I guess it is what it is. Maybe they've only put out a couple videos. I didn't look at their channel to see how many videos they put out. Maybe if they put out 100 videos on that same thing, then they'd get more suggestions. What else? What do you guys want to talk about before we talk about the future? Anything else about the current status or what it's taken to get here?
I've just really enjoyed it, especially since we're not all together anymore. Like with both of us at school and stuff, it's really nice to come together every week, and that's probably my favorite thing about it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying learning new things, and also talking about the things I already know that I love. Um, that's one thing I've been super excited about. And just like having something to do, I guess, like that's outside of school.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to do this and make this content. It's just been really fun.
Absolutely. Obviously, the sharing time together thing is cool for a parent to have shared interest with his kids. And I've got a background in, I guess, adult education would be a simplified way of putting it, but I've taught people, I guess the best way to put it is technical information, and have grown in skill in doing that in an easy way. So that's something I'm very comfortable with, and that's why some of those MacBook Pro videos, that I've kind of gravitated to those, because it's something I know a lot about, and it's something that people want to find out about, and it's something that I can teach people. So sharing that, I've gotten some criticism and some compliments on the channel. One person said I sound like Elon Musk. and I don't know if they mean my voice sounds like Elon Musk. Not much I can do about that. Or I sound like him, and like all I know about him is people think he's crazy, but he's really smart. So again, I don't know if that's a criticism or if that's a compliment. I made a joke back to the person that said, "Well, I hope his checking accounts are protected by voice match technology." Hey Siri, withdraw $1 million, please. The other people say that that I've got a cool voice. My wife says I talk too much. So that's when she listens like to the podcast, she says I talk too much. So that's something that we're going to work on, getting the kiddos maybe grow in strength and talking over me, because
That's so hard to do, though.
well, like I said, but having that, standing in front of people and talking for hours at a time experience, it's just, you don't stand up there and not say something. You got to fill every second with talking. So if you guys aren't talking, then I'm just going to fill that air. So I've told you both, just talk right over me. Like right now, talk over me.
Like right now? Talk right now?
You're getting better. So let's talk about the future, what the future holds for Family Geekery. And I'm going to start off by saying we've got some ideas / plans, but we'd rather know from our audience, from our community, what the future holds for Family Geekery. So this is our first little challenge to you guys. Hey, there's comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. These things, I love when YouTubers do this. They're like this, or like
trying to figure out which side it's on.
Like, watch the video over here, and
it's always wrong.
The good ones, the good ones, they know where they're pointing. But the comments down here, or if you're watching on a phone, they're over here. I don't know. They keep on moving the darn comments. Like, I opened up YouTube the other day and it says, we moved the comments. Like, why'd you do that?
It keeps telling me to update my YouTube app, and I'm just like, no, it's not forcing me to, so whatever.
So in those comments, once you find them, take a moment, find your comments, and then start typing into one what you'd like to see out of Family Geekery. Right? Do you want more 24/7 coverage of MacBook Pro upgrading? Do you want
how many MacBooks do you have?
More comic books? Oh, you don't want to. I could move the camera and show you, but you would call hoarders and find out how many I have. Do you want more comic book stuff, more video game stuff, more technology stuff, more product reviews? What do you want out of us? So put that wherever it is that you put it. Let us know. Let us know what you've liked so far and what you want to see more of, and we will certainly take that into consideration. Because there's literally times that we're like, "Hey, podcast coming out soon. What are we going to do?" So we would love some ideas for podcasts. We would love some ideas for the YouTube stuff also. So let us know what you like, what you want more of, that kind of stuff. So that's your first challenge. Now, girls, what does the future hold for Family Geekery from our point of view? Each one of you take a second. Amber, you going first?
Yeah, sure. Most of my YouTube videos have been just like magic boxes openings, and I still like to do that. I do it for fun. I buy the product anyways, so if I can get a video out of it, I'll do that. So more of that, but I was thinking of doing like a deck overview about a couple of the decks that I've been building, just kind of explaining what it does and why I've picked the cards I've picked. So squirrel video coming soon, maybe. But I don't know. I want to get more Let's Plays in. I started a couple of those, but I want to do more. I want to finish Stray.
Right, we gotta finish Stray.
But yeah, hopefully more of the same, and hopefully more of the different.
All right, and I will send you a little challenge of, much like I am trying to educate people, why don't you figure out something that you can educate people on?
Sure.
Whether it's a deck building or whatever, any genre. All right, Danny, what about you?
Sims 4. It's
100
coming
baby
free
challenge.
soon, so.
So what does the future hold for Family Geekery in your mind there, Danny?
I want to get more involved with making the YouTube videos. Like I've been in a couple of like the tech videos with you and stuff like that. But I want to make some of like my own, whether it's a game or like even like a 2-minute time lapse of like an artwork that I'm working on or something like that. I definitely want to do something like that. I have to find a game to start playing. I haven't found any games. I've been playing Overwatch 2, but I want to find like a Let's Play game or something like that. And then finding some time to work on some personal artwork, which is kind of difficult when all you're doing in school is artwork.
Right.
So
hard to separate the hobby from the chore of
yeah.
work. Yeah.
Danny,
Exactly.
Coral Island just came out early access, so maybe you can do something with that. It's very, very similar to Stardew Valley.
Oh, cool.
I might say too similar, but looks really cool.
I'll check that out.
Moonview Meadow. That's a new game we're going to make, Moonview Meadow. Now, part of the reason why I've done the majority of the YouTube stuff so far is because I'm the one that is technically equipped to do so. I've got the gear, and it's easy for me. Recording video is not easy, right? The videos that you watch on YouTube that are well produced, they take tons of work, and by the time you get to that big, several million subscribers, that person is either putting in a ton of work behind it, or they've got a team of people putting a ton of work. So I've got the technical crap here. Here's a little behind the scenes. I love behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Here's a behind the scenes view of. Are we ready? This is where I record the majority of my tech videos. And equipment wise, it was 4 mouse pads on the clearance section of Walmart, and I use a iPad Pro for all the recording, and I've got a couple nice Elgato lights for lighting. But here is the studio. I don't know which way I'm turning it. So there's the iPad Pro. There's a MacBook that's being disassembled as we speak. There's my favorite toolkit ever. And that's it, right? This is a desk that has a bunch of crap on either side of it. And whatever I'm shooting a video of, there's always crap next to it that you can't see. And really that's what it is. That's what it takes. And my skills of doing that are getting a little bit better each time. Hopefully the quality of the videos are getting a little bit better each time. There was a microphone over there, just a USB microphone set up, and that's what I've got. So the girls don't have that at their disposal when they come home. I set them up a little spot to do like Amber's videos. She's got a little spot to do those. We set that up. But yeah, so in the future, we will get you guys teched up a little bit better to do the recordings, the Let's Plays, that kind of stuff. Sound good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else in the future? Any other ideas?
I know you mentioned the like Marvel tabletop RPG, and I would love to play that. Playing on Roll20.
Yeah, that sounds cool. They sent out the rule book. Only problem is I read at a snail's pace, and it's like 116 pages. So
God.
I haven't gotten very far in that rule book. But maybe we need to watch some videos or something.
Yeah.
I learn more from videos. So yeah, that would be fun to do on the times that you come home or something. We could play that or play it over, like you said, Roll20 online. That's a definite possibility. What else? Another stat, we've got 857 hours of view time.
Nice.
Wow.
So that's a lot of eyeballs in the videos. That's good.
That's all me. I've just been playing them on repeat.
You've been looping
in the background.
Yeah. I've got 4 screens all playing the videos. No.
I've got a friend that at work that had decided he wanted to start a YouTube video or YouTube channel, and he had one of his coworkers looping a video like that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure YouTube's smarter than that, right? You might get away with one view that way, but if they see the same IP address, like watching the same video for hours, it's probably not going to work. But yeah, there's nothing comes from cheating the system, so that's why we're trying to organically do this. All right, what else?
We could do more Twitch streams.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think more just like group content in general. I think that does well, and it's sure a lot easier for me to talk to a real person than to talk to a camera.
Yeah.
So
Doing a let's play by yourself is not fun. The thing that we did with Stray was cool.
yeah.
Danny and I did that pedestrian game. That was fun
Yeah, that was cool looking.
to do together. It is a little bit more technically challenging to do it that way, but
yeah.
But it makes for better content. So I think for sure we need to do that. Now next week, at the time of this recording at least, next week, I don't know if you guys saw, but Epic Games, they put out their free games all the time. Putting out a pretty good free game next week.
What game?
And that is Fallout 3, like the full version, like all the DLC, I think, which is an old game. But if you've never played it, it's one of those games that you just need to play. So maybe we can do some Fallout playing. That's a good series.
I know the other day when I checked on Steam, the Overcooked people had a big sale going on. So I don't know if that's still going on today, but maybe we can look into that and playing some of that.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Those are fun and frustrating games.
Yeah.
I don't know if my skill would ever get up high enough on that too. We got through a couple levels, but that gets a little hectic.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of that game. We never played it, but it always looked fun. The don't talk or don't stop talking or you'll explode or something like that.
Oh, the one with the bomb?
Yeah, where one person has the controls of the bombs and one person has the instructions and you have to talk them through it.
Oh, it's a fun one.
Yeah. Cool. So that's where we're at, right? 163 subscribers. Possibly by the time that you're watching this, there'll be more. Possibly by the time you hit that subscribe button, there'll be one more.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep on growing. So we need to set our next goal, right? We achieved our first goal. So we need to set our next goal and kind of timestamp that right now. So we are in October of 2022 and we're setting a goal. What's the next goal? 1,000 subs?
That's what I was thinking.
Sure.
1,000 subs.
By next October?
By next October. We're gonna crush that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that seems like a good goal. Now I've heard of people hitting like the 500 range and then just like stalling out. So if we hit that 1,000 in 1 year from now, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our goal. Help us achieve that goal by hitting that button right there.
Hit all the buttons. If you see a button, hit it.
Not the dislike button.
When I do
Not the
this,
dislike button.
When I do this, what side of the screen are you seeing it on?
Left.
Oh, damn it. Then hit this button over here. I've got I guess they mirror your personal view, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be really confusing if they didn't. So hit one of these buttons down here. Because since they took away the dislike button, you can hit all the buttons you want. Or is the dislike button still there? They just don't show how many dislikes you
Yeah,
get.
I think they just
Something
don't
like that,
show.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in. Everybody's a winner. Everybody gets thumbs up. Everybody goes home with a trophy. So hit that trophy button. When you find the trophy button, hit that one too. That helps out the channel. All right, anything else before we close this one up?
I don't think so.
Nope.
This is truly when I described what I wanted to do with the kids, this is truly what I said. I just wanted it to be a heartfelt thanks. And it truly is. We wouldn't be doing this, I don't think, if we still had the same 10 subscribers we did 8 months ago, right? I don't think it would be hard. It would be hard
Yeah.
to do this with 10 subscribers. So seeing that number go up every morning and seeing the comments. I mean, I'm getting comments in some of those MacBook videos where someone's asking me a question like, hey, should I do this, this, or this? And that's awesome because they are valuing my information and I answer their question as quick as I can. And hopefully, I've gotten a lot of thank yous from that. So that's the community that I've been talking about that we're building and we want to continue to build. So heartfelt thanks to everybody, even if you didn't push that button yet. But why haven't you? It's free. All right, we're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you guys watching on YouTube didn't know, we have a podcast. Go check it out. Same name, Family Geekery. We got a podcast releasing episodes every Tuesday. Get on it.
One of you may be listening. If you're listening to this as a podcast, then go over to YouTube.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel.
If you're
Watch
seeing this on YouTube,
again.
We are dual purposing this content. It's really, we're cheating this week. We got a busy week, so I was like, let's just knock off a video and a podcast at the same time. I had no arguments.
No cheating the system.
No cheating. We're not cheating the system. So thank you as always for watching / listening / pushing buttons for us. We do appreciate it, and we hope you get a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So until next time, peace out.
Peace out.
And geek
out.